Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more FIFA 17 Newcastle United Road to Glory career mode, guys. This is episode 8 of season 1. In today's episode, we have an amazing episode, guys. This is post-commentary Simpzy. I did make the decision to not do live commentary during the January transfer window because we've got a lot of stopping and starting with these negotiations, and I just thought I would cut down the 16 minutes because it was like an hour and a half of just transfer negotiations. So this entire video will be about the January transfer window, and once episode 9 comes out, we'll be back to live commentary. But what an episode we have here today, guys. We managed to sign 12 pre-contract players with some amazing diplomacy and transfer action. We managed to sign Ibrahimovic, Robben, Frank Ribery, just to name a few. Sado Barahino has signed as well. So let's go through some of the offers here. Napoli launched a 19 million bid for Yuri Tillemans. I'm not going to accept anything less than 70 million. Hamburg, however you'd like to say it, have come in with a bid of 21 million pounds. There's no way in hell I'm going to be selling Yuri for anything less than 70 million. He's one of the best players in FIFA, has an incredible overall, and if he was to be tempted away, it would be for 70 million. I think that's pretty reasonable because he will get to that potential definitely. Tyson from Shakhtar Donetsk will be joining us next season. 28 years of age, Cam Brazilian, has some really nice stats. We received a 27.5 million bid for Javier Hernandez. There's no way in hell I'm going to be letting him go for anything less than 70 million as well. He's my captain, he's my key player at the club, and it would cost a lot to tempt him away, because if we have 70 million, we can totally revamp the squad. So as I said before, guys, we managed to sign 12 free contract players for Season 2. I'm so excited for Season 2 of the Newcastle United career mode, and we look like we're going to get promoted, but it's going to be interesting to see. So you might be wondering, Simpzy, where did you get the money to sign these players? Well, we managed to receive an offer for £8 million from Lille. I don't mind Torvan in this game. We did bring him back on loan from Marseille. He's 23 years of age, 78 overall. I just feel like there's a lot of better right midfielders than Torvan in this game. Like Zaha, like Mohamed Salah, Leroy Sané. But there's a lot of better right midfielders in my opinion. Sadio Mane as well. So we're currently negotiating with both Lille and Athletic Bilbao. Lille come back and say they don't want to have anything to do with me, basically rejected the 21 million. Now, I have been reading some comments. If you look at the top left, my player manager rating is rated 66. It is glitched in real life. We managed to receive an offer for 9 million from Red Bull Leipzig. It's a pretty controversial club at the moment in real life. I highly recommend you reading up about it, obviously, because it's Red Bull, it's owned by a company, and there's, I think there was something about, wasn't it the hatest club in Germany, and then Hertha Berlin did sort of just counter-protest or something, but regardless, it's very controversial in the Bundesliga. But it's not uncommon to have sponsored company teams in Germany. Obviously, Wolfsburg is owned by Volkswagen. So there's also that. But that was sort of a little bit of a different history with the club. But I do recommend reading up about Red Bull Leipzig. They are doing very well in real life. So speaking of Red Bull Leipzig, they managed to accept the £21 million bid for Torvan. And guys, Torvan is not worth £21 million. If that happened in January that happened in the August and July transfer window, I think Newcastle fans would be absolutely laughing their arse off. We're going to be loaning out Haidara to Aston Villa. Lazar has taken up his first team position, and we're having a lot of players come back on loan here. Fiorentina in Italy, a huge fan of the Italian side. They're not interested, which is understandable. But it's interesting to see Athletic Bilbao, Fiorentina, a lot of big clubs didn't accept the 21 million counter offer, which Red Bull Leipzig did accept. So we have received an offer for Yuri Tillemans for 20 million from Borussia Mönchengladbach. Obviously 19 years of age, 79 overall. It's going to be very hard to tempt Yuri away from me. So Torvan has been sold for £21 million to Red Bull Leipzig in Germany. We managed to get £17 million, and we have an abundance of cash. So on the table, once we got that £17 million, I had a decision to make. So I was sort of thinking, should I get a bunch of pre-contract players, or should I bring in Wilfried Zaha? Absolutely loved this guy in FIFA of previous years. It's such a shame that the story, the dream didn't happen at Old Trafford, but he's at Crystal Palace. He's not doing too bad. So I want to try and reignite his career back at a United. He's 24 years of age. We're going to be offering 15 million plus Krul. I think that should be able to tempt Alan Pardew enough. He's really, really good on FIFA. So I also went out and negotiated with some other teams. I did a player plus cash deal with the exact same for Sadio Mane, also with Manchester City, and I also offered 17 million plus Krul for Mohamed Salah. I think that is an incredible deal. 17 million plus Tim Krul. There's no way in hell Torvan is worth that much. So I've got this sort of offers sitting on the table. Should I go with a very short-termism approach, go for Zaha, go for Mohamed Salah, or do I put everything into my wage budget and get an abundance of free players? And obviously by the title and what I've told you, the players that I've already signed, I make the decision to go with these players, but I managed to get 20 players to accept pre-contracts with me, which is huge. If you haven't gone and watched my pre-contracts video on YouTube, I highly recommend you do, but this is going to kickstart the road to glory this season. This is such a smart thing to do. This is even a tactic you might be able to use. Just save all your money till January and pick up heaps of pre-contract players. I don't plan to use all those 12 players next season, but I will sell them on and make a profit. Then we can buy some more youngsters as well. So I'm going to be rejecting the offer for Zaha. I know it's a sort of a short-termism approach, signing Zaha for this season, because we're going to win the championship, I do believe. So let's go and sign some players. So we signed Zlatan Ibrahimovic. In the title, I had Robben and Ribery, but we do sign a lot more. So Robben will be joining Newcastle United next season. Frank Ribery will be joining Newcastle United as well, and this is all coming from the funds from Torvan, which is just nuts. Laurent Koscielny will be a Newcastle United player next season. There's a lot of players here which pretty much all deserve to be in the side. But I do make the decision to go and sign Laurent Koscielny. He's going to be such a crucial centre-back here. Axel Witsel as well. We have 97,000 in our wage budget. And I do go on and sign the Belgium who plays for Zenit. 28 years of age, 83 overall, worth £19 million. An absolute bargain, if I do say so myself. So I really do recommend picking up pre-contract players. Now, we managed to get a 21 million bid. What? I read his age for some reason. Rolando Aarons, 21 years of age, 73 rated. We managed to receive an offer from Middlesbrough for 5.5 million. Now, I don't mind Aarons. He's not too bad, but 21 years of age at 83 overall. I would much rather have the cash to buy these pre-contract players. We're going to get a lot more money. We also can bring Aarons back. We finally got an offer for Tim Krul. I've been trying to ship him off for the entirety of the season. We don't need him. We have Sells and we have Lafont. We managed to get a 6.5 counter offer from Middlesbrough, and we're going to accept that contract here. I was trying to offload as many of my players as possible so we can get these pre-contract players in. So even if we don't play with all of these players next season, we've got so many options on the bench, so many options in the first team, and we're going to be able to do some player plus cash deals as well, maybe even getting some youngsters. So Tim Krul has been sold to Deportivo La Coruña, and Aarons has been sold to Middlesbrough. Bayer Leverkusen have changed their mind in selling Javier Hernandez for £28 million. They offer me 30, so I was like, well, if you want him back, you can have him for 70. And I thought they actually might accept this, which would be absolutely crazy if they do. So Ricardo Quaresma would be an awesome player to bring back to the Premier League. Obviously, he didn't have the best of time at Chelsea. Asamoah looks fantastic. Fernandinho will be solid in that midfield position. But we've got Zlatan. I can't wait next season when we're going to have a front three of Zlatan, Ribery, and Iron Robben in the Newcastle United Road to Glory series. I definitely think now we can definitely push on and win the title next season. Also, we're going to get some more funds by the end of it. But that was sort of my plan. I had a 3-year plan. I wanted to win the championship. We are going on a cup run this season, so if we can get any sort of domestic silverware, that would be superb. I reckon we can win the Premier League next year. With this squad, we've got so many fantastic players, and if we buy even better at the start of next season, we're going to cement our reign, and then hopefully in the third season, once we get Champions League football, hopefully we can win the Champions League within 3 years, and I'll be really happy with this Road to Glory career mode. But let me know in the comments, would you like to see 10 seasons? I will be doing 10 seasons with my Real Madrid series and my Newcastle United. So we have a little bit more money from the selling of Tim Krul and the selling of Aaron. So we sold Aaron's, Tim Krul, and Torvan. Now, if anyone sat on the table, if I came to you as a football manager and said, right, you're going to have to give up Aaron's, Tim Krul, and Torvan, and I will give you 12 players. First will be Zlatan. I reckon any manager would be like, I'll give you 3 just for Zlatan. But there's a lot of players on here. Bujtaba would be awesome. He's going to be joining the club. I'm a huge fan of him, 27 years of age. Fabio Coentrao will be joining Newcastle United next season. What a solid, world-class left-back he is. We've got Jerome Boateng, we've got Huntelaar, we've got Yaya Toure, Kozuki Honda. But we're not going to have enough money, and we're not going to have enough positions to play them all. So we're going to have to make a very, very hard decision here. How great would it be playing with Fernando Torres back in the Premier League? I was going for Asamoah, 28 years of age, central midfielder. I do have a lot of players on the transfer list here. Richie, Anita, Darlow, Save, Vukic, Sami Amiobi. A lot of players which I just aren't using and were either brought in from a previous regime. But I'm going to be letting go Haris Vukic here, 24 years of age. He needs to be higher than a 66 rating at 24 years of age. That's just a joke in my opinion. So I have made the decision to go and release 2 players so I can make up some room in my starting 11. I would have really liked to bring in Fernando Torres. Would have really liked to bring in some other players. But we are going to sign Asamoah, 28 years of age, £140,000. Well, yeah, £140,000 a week we're going to be paying for his wages. We're coming to the dying hours of the window. Will we sign any more pre-contracts? Have you counted 12 there? I will go, once we get to the end of the episode, guys, I will go through every single pre-contract player we signed so you guys can get a better picture throughout this entire episode. So we are currently negotiating with Arsenal to get Santi Cazorla. We did actually have him on a pre-contract, but now he's just denying it straight out, maybe hoping for another offer from Arsenal. Sunderland, David Moisey offered £24 million for Yuri. There's no way in hell I'm going to be selling him anything less than $70 million. Damier, I can't remember that guy, how to say that guy's name. That just shows how uninterested I am in him. A couple of big transfers in the world of football. Lucas has been sold. Anita will be joining Hoffenheim, and Damier, whatever his name is, has been sold to Burnley, which is absolutely fantastic. And now we can push through another signing, and I was sort of umming and ahhing whether or not to get Yaya Toure. I do, in fact, go for Yaya Toure. 33 years of age, 83 overall. Can still have one more season in the Premier League. Obviously, very controversial, his contract in real life with Manchester City. His agent arguing with Pep Guardiola. But Thiago has left Bayern Munich to join Liverpool for £36 million, and Lacazette has left Olympique Lyon to sign for Manchester United for 57. I think that is absolutely crazy, because earlier on in the window they already signed Harry Kane and Griezmann. That's not even counting they have Rashford, Ibrahimovic, even though he's joining Newcastle United. Selvio has gone the other way and joined Olympique Lyon, and Bojan has left Stoke City for £37 million to join Bayern Munich. So it's great to see. I always like when clubs actually spend their money. There's no advantage to keeping money in FIFA 17 career mode. So guys, these are all the pre-contract players that will be joining Newcastle United in Season 2. I'm so excited to get stuck into these players. So Sado Barahino, Butchtaba, Fabio Cohen-Thrao, Asamoah. Also guys, I don't plan to play every single one of these players. I'm assuming we're going to sell some on, get some player plus cash deals and make a profit. Rene Adler from Hamburg looks awesome. Yaya Toure, Koscielny, Ribery, 85 overall, 33 years of age. And also bringing all these players into the Premier League as well. Once they retire, these regens will spawn in the Premier League, thus making the Premier League even better as well. Tyson will be joining us. Axel Witsel in the midfield, 83 overall. That is just nuts. And they are all the players that we have signed in the January transfer window. Here is the transfer history view if you want to have a look at the outgoings as well. But here are all the players that we signed in the January transfer window. So we had the option between these 12 players or either Zaha or Mohamed Salah, and I think I've gone and made the right decision. Obviously, it's very controversial as well. That's the bloody word of the episode, talking about Red Bull Leipzig, talking about Yaya Toure and Pep Guardiola, and now talking about signing so many pre-contracts in January. So I'm very happy with the players we signed on pre-contracts. I can't wait until Season 2 of the FIFA 17 Newcastle United Road to Glory career mode. I reckon if we spend our cash well in July and August, we can definitely push on and win the title next season. Hopefully win the Premier League. But at the end of the day, guys, these are 12 rejects. These clubs didn't decide to renew their contracts. Ed Wood was like, no, fuck off. Carlo Ancelotti as well for Bayern Munich was, no, we don't need Ian Robben. We don't need Frank Ribery. Go your way. We're playing with 12 rejects. These clubs could have signed them on contracts at any point in time. This is going to be an underdog story, and I really, really can't wait to play next season. It's going to be a lot of fun. I did actually try and sign some other pre-contract players that either went to other clubs or actually signed contracts with the club. But thank you very much for watching, guys. If you still are enjoying this FIFA 17 Newcastle United Road to Glory career mode, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new around here. But stay tuned for more content on my channel. I do apologize that there wasn't any gameplay in today's episode, but it was still a big action-packed episode filled with transfer negotiations. We're going to go back to live commentary in episode 9 of the Newcastle United Road to Glory career mode, and we're going to have a couple of matches in those episodes, so it's going to be very exciting. But thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, have a fantastic rest of your day, and stay tuned for more content on my channel. My name has been Simpzy. Take care, goodbye. Riyad Mahrez with another scoop turn. He's absolutely terrorising this right-hand side. Paul Pogba has just pulled a bicycle kick out of the bag.